Have you ever put on an outfit where you love the individual pieces but together they look really off? Then it's likely to be how you're styling the pieces and the proportions rather than your body shape or your weight. So today I'm going to talk about the powerful styling tool that is the rule of thirds, or also known as the golden ratio, that can transform a okay looking outfit into a really fantastic looking outfit. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you watched my last video, you know that I've picked up quite a bad cold traveling through India, so I am still very croaky and not feeling great, so do bear with me if my voice cracks a lot today. But in today's video I really wanted to talk about the rule of thirds, but not just what the rule of thirds is, but how you can adapt it to your own body proportions. So in today's video we're going to cover what the rule of thirds is, why it actually works in fashion, how we can apply the rule of thirds in different ways, but more importantly I'll show you how to adapt the rule to your body, and also how you can confidently break the rule when it's intentional. So let's first talk about what the rule of thirds is. The rule of third is used widely in visual-based industries like paintings, like films, like photography. It divides the image into thirds horizontally and vertically, where the key focus is at the intersecting points rather than in the middle, and this creates a balanced output and it looks pleasing to the eye. Now in fashion, we don't need to break our outfits into 9 equal parts. The rule of third in fashion simply means dividing your outfit into thirds, which will help to create balanced proportions. So basically, instead of dividing your body into 2 halves, you divide it into uneven proportions. So a 50-50 outfit tends to cut the body in half and the eye stops midline. But a 1/3 plus 2/3 bottom, or 2/3 at the top and 1/3 at the bottom, keeps the eye moving and creates elegance. So in simple terms, we're not changing your body, we're controlling where the eye stops on the body. Our eyes don't love things that are exactly split in half. So like when an outfit cuts you straight across the middle, it can look really unflattering and also can make an outfit look really frumpy. But when there's a slight imbalance, when one part is longer than the other, it tends to feel more softer, more effortless, more elegant. And every horizontal line in your outfit, your waistband, your belt, the edge of your jacket, where the sleeve stops, creates a visual stopping point. And here's a really key point. When you move those vertical lines up or down your body, you're actually changing how short or how long your body looks. So there are many ways of achieving the rule of thirds, or the golden ratio. So let's go through some of them. First of all, the tuck or the French tuck. You can usually achieve better proportions by simply tucking your top into your trousers, jeans or skirts. Bringing the top up can bring definition to your waist and lengthen your legs. Now you don't have to tuck in every top to create the right balance. Some tops are already cropped, or even cropped jackets, where it's already creating that right balance and that 1/3 to 2/3 ratio on your body. And if you don't want to tuck in your top, for example, if you have a short torso and you'll try to elongate your torso and you'll prefer your top to be left out, then avoid wearing things like cropped trousers. Instead, wear a longer trouser and the same colour shoe, and this will offset the longer top to create a more balanced proportion. Adding a belt is another really great way to create that break and that ratio. It not only creates that visual split, but it's also a great way to cinch in your waist and to help to create that hourglass body shape. Even a natural waistband on your dress or jumpsuit can create that visual break. You can also pair a longer item and a shorter item on top to create that 1/3, 2/3 break, dividing the overall look into thirds. This can be an obvious choice, like a longer dress with a shorter jacket, which creates that 1/3 on top and 2/3 at the bottom look. Or we can also create that by a less obvious choice, for example by wearing an outfit that has short but pairing that with a jacket or a blazer that's twice the length of your shorts, which will still create that ratio. We can also use layering to create wearing more than one golden ratio at the same time. For example, tucking in a t-shirt into a pair of jeans creates the 1/3 on top and the 2/3 at the bottom. However, then by adding a longer coat or a longer cardigan, you're on top at the same time creating a 2/3 on top and 1/3 at the bottom. The colour and level of contrast between the layers will affect how your eye sees the proportions. So you can wear both ratios at the same time to create a really flattering outfit. And also remember, it doesn't need to be exact. It's a guideline, it's a tool. It doesn't need to be exact thirds that you split your outfits into. And my biggest advice is next time your outfit looks off, just play around with it. You know, add a belt, tuck it in, add some longer trousers, accessorize, because that's the best way to understand how to use a rule for your own body shape. And I think it's just those little differences that you make that can make such a massive difference to the overall look of your outfit. Now, there are times where we really do need to adapt the rule of thirds. And I think that's where a lot of videos stop, because you almost get the impression that just by applying the rule of thirds, you're going to get this fantastic outfit, but styling isn't that rigid. Your own body shape, your own variations, all impact how outfits look on you. So absolutely, it's a powerful tool, but you then need to adapt it and, more importantly, understand your own body shape, your own body proportions. And I've done a really great video on that, which goes into this in a lot more detail, so I will link that so you can watch that afterwards. One example of this is if you have a longer torso and shorter legs, or a shorter torso and longer legs. So using me as an example, I have a longer torso and I have shorter legs. In addition to that, I am quite petite at 5'4". So I find that my most flattering ratio is 1/3 on top and 2/3 at the bottom. This shortens my torso but also lengthens my leg. However, if you already have longer legs and a shorter torso, wearing high-waisted trousers, for example, may lengthen your legs even more so and shorten your torso. So for you, it may actually be better to wear mid-rise trousers or jeans, or wear a slightly longer length top that actually elongates your torso to create better proportions. And that's what I mean by always adapting these fashion rules to adapt to your individual variations for your own body. Because as individuals, we have numerous variations, and no one fashion rule is going to instantly make our outfits look 100% better. They're a brilliant guideline, they're a brilliant tool, but they're not written in law, and you need to use those tools, but like I said, adapt them to your own body. And again, like I said, the easiest way to do that is just by playing with these variations, by adding a layer, by wearing a belt, by wearing different rises of your jeans or trousers, just to see what looks best on your body. And also a really good tip is to take photographs of yourself, so you can visually see in the photographs what looks great on your body, and then save them to a folder so you always have that kind of visual reference when you're unsure what to put together. And there are also times where you actually can intentionally break the rule of thirds to have a more impactful outfit, because sometimes the most striking outfits comes from breaking the rule intentionally. For example, a full monochromatic outfit with no obvious visual breaks can look really elegant and striking. I love to wear one colour from head to toe. I feel like, especially for a petite girl, it really helps to lengthen my body, and I think it also looks really elegant. And in that scenario, actually adding a visual break can make the outfit look less flattering than actually just leaving it as one colour block. Another way where you can intentionally break the rule is, for example, in an oversized blazer outfit. Now, Again, these need to be adapted to your body shape. I love the look of a really oversized blazer, but for me as a petite girl, I find that it completely swamps me and it doesn't suit my body shape. However, if you're a tall girly and you have lovely long legs, adding a really oversized blazer that may actually fall mid-thigh and create a half-half split still looks really effective. It actually looks really quite high fashion and editorial. As you can see from these 3 examples I've shown you, all these 3 outfits are creating a half-half split, but because the girls in here look like they're tall, they have long legs, it actually still looks really, really flattering. I think in summary, ask yourself 3 important questions when styling your outfits. Firstly, where does your outfit visually break? Number 2, does the break actually flatter your proportions? And number 3, if you don't follow the rule, is it intentional? Remember, styling is about understanding your own body and guiding the eye to create the most flattering proportions. Like I said, I will leave my body shape video linked here, so do watch that because that goes into a lot more detail on the different body type variations that I think every individual needs to take account of in order to dress at their very best. I really do hope you found this video helpful, and if you do want more styling videos and styling tips and shopping hauls, then do subscribe to my channel. My next video is a Zara haul, which I haven't done for ages, and I have some gorgeous spring pieces in to show you. So do click on your notifications as well so you can be notified when that's published. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As usual, hopefully when I see you in my next video, I will have got rid of my cold and feel a little bit better. But until then, thank you so much for watching again, guys, and I shall see you in my next video. Take care, bye.